Can I be for real? Baby, can we talk? Ain't trying to take nothing from you, girl. I just want your heart. I got a feeling you feeling we be better.
Hey you guys, welcome to your reading. So today I wanted to do a reading, something fun and lighthearted. Let's see what your next date will be like. So whoever it is you go on a date with next, it could be your first date. It could just be, someone asks you out or you ask someone out, and this is the date we're talking about. So your next date that is coming, whenever it is you're going to date, this reading is going to tell you how it's going to be. So something fun, something lighthearted. You have 3 groups to choose from: group 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to pause the video to see which group resonates with you. All 3 groups have the same amount of cards. Okay? If you want to contact me for a private reading or just to reach out, my information is in the description box. Also, I do free live readings on my other channel and also on TikTok, so that's there for you if you want to check that out. That being said, we're going to get started with group 1. Alright, group 1, welcome to your reading. So, what will your next date be like? We have some quote cards. Let's see what quotes came out for you. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. There is some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for. And so this can be interpreted in 2 different ways. Before I get to these interpretations, I'm just going to start pulling tarot first, because I don't want to say something and then have to take it back. So let's get to pulling tarot using Tarot of the Divine here. But keep those quotes in mind as we do this reading. Oh no, my light went out. It's a pretty strong shuffle. There you go. Group 1. You know what? I'm going to say what I was thinking. So, just how that flame went out and I relit it and it immediately lit back up, I think your next date, you may be initially turned off by the person at first, only to realize later in the date or at a later time that they may be worth exploring. So that's how I'll start the reading off. So maybe they may try and impress you with something shallow at first. They may start off the date kind of talking about themselves or trying to brag about something, when those kinds of things don't really matter to you. But maybe, and you may disregard them. You may disregard this person at the beginning of the date and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna participate in this date and we'll see what happens, whatever. But then maybe later on towards the date, you realize it has some really good qualities that you want to learn more about. Or maybe, after you disregarded them, they really see some qualities in you and they pursue you. Well, let's pull some tarot and see. Actually, these are taking a while to come out, so let's start with Lenormand. Oh my god, it just went out again. This really does not happen. I'm telling you. Like someone's gonna keep walking away from this connection, and then the other person's gonna keep chasing them with the bouquet here. I see that your next date may be romantic. Your person may bring you flowers. They may gift you with something. Okay. Let's see. They may gift you with something random, something you're not expecting. So, they may give you something that is priceless. They may give you something that you think isn't worth anything. And we have a feminine card here. They may give you something that you think isn't worth much. That's cheap, or that you're like, what is this? I don't understand why you're giving me this. But it has like a very special and sentimental meaning. And then when they explain the meaning to you, you kind of realize like, oh, we have man here. Like, oh, well, it actually does mean something. I'm touched. Okay, I think it's very cute. And you might be like, all right, I'm gonna give this person a chance. I'm gonna see what happens. All right, so all my cards just splayed on the floor, so that means time to move on to the next deck. All right, let's do Romance Oracle. So yeah, I definitely see like the date starting off. Your person giving you something. You guys having a conversation about said object. I know this is a very specific situation, but it's like you're going to realize something about this person. They're going to realize something about you. Like both of you may give each other really weird, really off impressions at first, only to realize later in the date that you have unrequited love. Only to realize later in the date that you both actually want to try and work things out. So someone may really be turned off. Like when this fire went out twice, someone may really be turned off, and maybe they don't want to follow up with the second date. But the other person is definitely going to be pursuing them. We have new love and playfulness. I do see the other person. I do see one person definitely pursuing another who comes off as though they're not interested. And I think it is you that you're not impressed. You're not going to be impressed by them. They may say something, do something, or give you something that kind of like throws you off, and you're like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Why are we here? Why did you say that? Something like that. The person's going to realize like you are worth it. Something about you, there's going to be a spark to you, and they're really going to pursue you in a very playful way. I don't know why Gemini just popped up in my head, but they're going to pursue you in a very playful way. They're going to want to try a lot of different methods to get you, to make you laugh, to kind of like make you vulnerable to them, to open up to them. Like your vibe towards them is just gonna be like really just indifferent. Okay, let's see. We have the Two of Wands here. Someone refusing to make a decision. I think that's you. It's like, it's not like you're gonna totally walk away from this connection. I see you playing a little game with them, cat and mouse. It's like, you're not gonna totally tell them I don't like you. It's more so you may stop putting in efforts into the connection. Wow, we have Two of Swords. You're gonna stop putting efforts into the connection. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not interested all the way. And so you like leave the door open for them to come and pursue you, and that's why they get playful, because they think that you're playing a game with them. Like you're willingly participating in this decision to play this back and forth cat and mouse game. We have Nine of Cups. This is a connection that is definitely going to be fulfilling for the both of you in some ways. This connection, like the start of this connection, the way that things don't pop off, because you withdraw your energy. This person enjoys the chase. It's the lack of energy that you're going to be putting in that the person enjoys. They want a chase. That's what they're wishing for. It sounds really kind of toxic, but like the vibe that I'm getting is it's not like you're purposefully doing it. It's just more so you're just so indifferent to them that it kind of leaves room for them to interpret it that way. And you're just kind of sitting over here chilling like, whatever, I met this person, it's what it is. I think you may be this way because you're really disappointed in the past. Someone else disappointed you. And so maybe you have this like indifferent approach when it comes to dates and people. You're very quick to kind of cut situations, cut people off if you don't vibe with it. And you're always going to be moving ahead, moving forward, but you're always going to be trying something new. So while you're quick to cut something off, you're always up for trying something new. Knight of Cups reverse. I don't see you putting in any type of emotional effort into this connection. It's really the other person that's going to be doing the pursuing. Let's see on their end. We have Three of Cups on their end. So they're definitely going to be asking friends about you. You know, with this connection, you both may be aware that you are both talking to other people as well. And it's something that you're both going to be fine with. Something that you're going to enjoy at the time. Something they're going to enjoy. But they really are going to have a good time with this back and forth with you. Because you allowing them to pursue you in this playful manner is like, that makes them feel that you have a certain quality about you that matches with them, that they like. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's like this energy of someone not putting in effort and the other person pursuing. It's like they like you because of the fact you're not doing anything. You're unavailable. Three of Pentacles reversed. That's the energy of someone not moving forward. The energy of someone not putting in effort. You're really playing hard to get with this person. I don't think you, when it comes to this date, are going to necessarily have an end goal of being in a relationship. It's like this next date you go on, it's just more so to put yourself out there. But you don't really have an end goal as to be in a relationship. It's more so to explore. So let's get into details about your next date, right? So from what I see in the cards, like I said, your next date is definitely going to be, like, as far as actual conversation between the two of you, you guys may talk briefly about things that happened in the past, things that you've let go of, connections and people that you've let go of. Your next date, you both may talk about your ideal relationships. Okay, you guys are going to talk about you're going to both realize that you're both hopeless romantics. This Nine of Cups card tells me that. you're going to reveal that you're not really looking for a relationship, and they're going to reveal that they are. This exchange, it's like a back and forth exchange, but it's more so like, because of the fact you're going to be holding back, it's like they're putting in effort into the conversation. It's just like a game of cat and mouse. Oh my god, you guys. What just came in my head, like you may have a friend or two, like near you or the date location to watch you on your date. That just came in my mind when I saw Page of Pentacles. Friends to help support you. This next date sounds kind of boring, to be honest, for you. Honestly, your next date, I see you being unimpressed. But ultimately, I see this person wanting to pursue you, like I said, because you're unavailable. And it might end up in disappointment for them. This is a very interesting reading. Why is your next date going to be like this? I was hoping this reading would have turned out different, but let's see why. What is the purpose? I would want to know why if I was receiving this reading. 5 of Wands. It's necessary for you to experience conflict in love in your dates right now, for you to learn a certain lesson. For you to learn how to deal with other people. We have 10 of Pentacles here to end the reading. I think this is a very good sign. It tells me that right now you're in the stage in your spiritual development where it's like, your spiritual development in love, where it's like you may have just been experiencing a lot of conflict in love, a lot of disappointment in love. Maybe you've been going on dates recently, they've all been disappointments. This reading is telling you, ending with the 10 of Pentacles, that you will eventually meet the person you want to be with. You will eventually be able to create the family that you want to have the love that you want to have. What this next date is going to show you, I immediately am thinking about the 9 of Cups here. The next date is going to show you the type of love that you want, what exactly you want. And it's going to show that for the other person as well, but I'm getting that it's going to show you like maybe you played this role with someone else where the other person didn't seem that interested and you were pursuing them. And now you're getting the chance to experience where the roles have reversed and you're the person who's not interested and the other person is experiencing you. And the other person is pursuing you, and now you're getting to experience what that energy is like. This may lead to a revelation for you about how there are some certain behaviors that you need to change in yourself, how you need to maybe change your approach to love. This next date is going to show you that. This next date is going to reveal to you about how you need to get out more, how you need to put in more efforts into your love life. Because I'm getting like you're not really putting in too much effort, active effort into your love life when it comes to actually meeting new people. Maybe you have been trying to meet new people, but it's more so the way that you're approaching it. You may be approaching it for the sake of finding a relationship, when your focus needs to just be on building friendships. Focus on building friendships with people, then seeing what you can get out of them. Your next date is going to show you. It's going to teach you that. Because you may enter your next date thinking like, when it comes back, nowadays people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. You may enter your next date with the mindset, what can I get from this person? How can this person benefit me in a relationship? Where is this headed? Is it beneficial towards me? When you need to be approaching it from a sense of just trying to establish a friendship with this person. There's some good in the world and it's worth fighting for. Your next date is going to show you like, you can give up viewing relationships with a certain lens, with a lens of it needing to be a business exchange of some sort. I know that's like it is a good way to view relationships, but there has to be a balance, right? Between wanting to build a friendship with someone and just seeing what you can get out of them. When it comes to love. But I definitely think your next date, the conflict, but more specifically, the disappointment that you experience in your next date is going to reveal to you all the things that you really want in a relationship and how to get that. It's through conflict that you learn how to solve things and actually get what you want. So although I know this reading might be a bit disappointing for you, hopefully it can be reassurance like, okay, try to look at your next date in a way of, I'm learning what I like about people and what I don't like about people. I'm learning what I want in a relationship and what I don't want in a relationship. I'm learning how to actually form friendships with people instead of these business-like exchanges. So a lot of this reading was more so channeling than actually reading the cards. But I do hope that it was helpful for you. I know this wasn't really what you were expecting. I wasn't either. But either way, I hope this reading gave you some insight as you move forward in your love life. That being said, I'm going to end the reading there. Check me out on TikTok and my later videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to see how this reading goes. Group 1 was really interesting, so I'm excited to see how your reading turns out. So the cards you have: purity or impurity depends on oneself. No one can purify another. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And cross your T's and dot your I's. Once again, another interesting reading. It looks like similar energy to group 1, but a little different in the sense that you may be learning something about yourself, about boundaries in your case when it comes to your next date. about things that you say to people, to the person in your next date. I'm hearing that someone, you really want to watch what you say on your next date to your person. There's something about them that you don't know. This person in your next date, you may already know them. They may have a reputation. You may have a reputation because of this purity card. Or someone may bring up past trauma, past relationships, and I'm just hearing like, well, I'm not here to heal you, something like that. Interesting. Let's pull in your mind and see what the cards have to say. Yeah, this situation. Alright, don't leave. I don't think it's totally, entirely negative, okay? Alright. Let's see. Your next date, group 2. Yeah, magnifying glass. Mask. Someone is looking into something about the other person. The next date may involve a lot of questioning. Cross your T's and dot your I's. You may want to ask a lot of questions, or the person may ask you a lot of questions about past connections, like your past connection. Someone is trying to see if someone is lying, or someone is trying to learn about things that they think the other person is hidden about their past relationships. For some reason I'm getting that one person thinks that the other person is already in a committed relationship, and so they're asking questions to see why. Or it could be because this is about a relationship here. One person is asking questions to see what the other likes in a relationship. Okay, it's going to be very clear and obvious that the both of you are going to be mirroring each other. Okay, we can see that here. These two masks, different facial expressions, but still the same mask, and the both of you are going to be trying to figure out what the other person likes. I see this as like the conversation is going to involve like a back and forth, questions and answers, and trying to dig for information about the person, but kind of in a good way. But I do see that one person in particular, you may be suspecting, you just have this nature about you where you automatically are suspicious of everyone. And so I think you may be just trying to see, is this person already talking to other people? How many people are they talking to? How many different connections do they have? So it's just more so like spying, snooping, like trying to see what your other person is doing. Almost like an interrogation. I see this date going. But kind of like in a playful way. I think the reading is saying to check yourself before you wreck yourself card. Like, try not to take it too serious, this interrogation style. It can be a little bit more lighthearted if you let it. But this flame is so calm. I think that although while you guys may be going back and forth, it's not going to be like a heated back and forth, more so like an intellectual banter. Like, The both of you kind of just chilling and relaxing, drinking coffee, tea, whatever, wine, over dinner or a meal. Two people sitting across from each other, like with these inquisitive looks, like, so what about this or what about that, or like that kind of energy, like almost like you guys are spies, like both of you are spies trying to figure each other out. So to be playful in that way, and I think the reading is saying like, yeah, there's definitely going to be chemistry here. Don't be too serious. Check yourself. Like, this can be a little fun, okay? Okay. We also have flirt, so there will be some flirting going on between the two of you. But I keep looking back at this card, like, there is some information that you want to get out. So don't hesitate to ask certain questions, maybe reframe certain questions, or even just like, you know, saying your responses in a way that will elicit certain hidden questions that you have to be answered. You're that kind of person. You're trying to see if you have to heal this person. That's what it is. That's why you're questioning them. You're trying to see, are they ready for a relationship? Do they have enough personal happiness to be ready for a commitment? That's what you're trying to see in your next date. That's what this playful interrogation is really about. We have free yourself, reversed. Passion and soulmate also. I think your next date, this may not necessarily be the person you're going to be with, okay? But you guys will have a connection. You may have some exchanges, whether it's physical or just, you know, a good time hanging out with each other, enjoying each other's company. But I don't think that, you know, this is a connection that will turn into a relationship. This is just something more so for you to experience, to have a good time, to just experience, to have a date, to have this experience of having a date, of meeting someone new, of, you know, having this playful back and forth, learning how to get to know someone through conversation. That is the purpose of this date. And you may have conversation with this person in regards to your body count. I keep thinking that when it comes to this card, for some reason, like, that may come up, or you may question them about their body count. We have playfulness that came out reversed. So like, something in the conversation may come where like it kind of like tests you. You know, this person may test you a little bit, not on purpose, but like taking you out of your element and putting you in a more serious mood when you don't need to take it that serious. What's going on? Like, the conversation doesn't need to be taken that serious. This next date is teaching you how to lighten up a little bit. Your spirit team wants you to make the effort with this. They want you to really just, you know, let go of control issues. You don't have to take everything so serious. This date is for you to learn how to lighten up. And so some things may be said that kind of like test your patience a little bit. But it's more so for you to check yourself in the moment, like, hey, you know what? Let me chill out a little bit and actually just try and enjoy this date. And of course, don't let yourself be disrespected. I don't really see that happening, especially with this check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, you may check them and put them in their place, like I mentioned earlier, boundaries, but it's more so for you to learn how to do that in a more graceful way rather than cursing someone out. All right, let's get to the tarot. Look how calm that flame is. I think you're going to be able to keep your cool regardless. See what the tarot has to say about your next state, group 2. You have judgment reversed. You don't need to judge this person that much. You don't need to scrutinize them that much. As much as you are planning to do your next encounter, you're the kind of person that really wants to learn everything that you can about everyone. But you gotta let that go a little bit and just kind of go with the flow of conversation. Learn how to allow details and secrets to be revealed to you without directly asking for those questions. This date is to teach you how to have that grace, that suave. The Chariot reversed, not taking things too fast. And it's just saying, like, you know, this connection may not move forward into a relationship. 4 of Cups tells me you're going to be holding back during this conversation. It also, just the imagery, may be over a very nice fancy dinner. You may get dressed up. It's going to be a very intimate setting, one-on-one, very private time. Yeah, 8 of Wands reversed. Things are definitely not going to move into a relationship. Like, this date may end with you telling the person, I don't think I want to meet up. I don't think I want another date. And that's okay. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles reversed. That's okay. This date is just more so for you to learn how to have this type of exchange. With the King of Pentacles, you're going to end up leaving this date a lot more mature, having learned how to pace yourself in conversation, how to take things slow. Queen of Wands reversed, a reminder for you to not step out of your element, to not allow the passionate side of yourself to overcome the date, to overtake the date, to take a more calm approach. And your person may already come with this energy, and you may be tested, you know, out of your usual character. But I don't see this being too difficult for you. I really think you're going to handle this in a very good way. It's almost like you're going to come to a stalemate with this person. During this conversation, you're going to kind of give in to the banter they want to have. And you're going to adjust to the flow of the conversation. I see you ending this date having enjoyed it, not because you necessarily enjoyed the person, but more so because the experience will be very interesting for you to talk about with other people. Like how you navigated this conversation with this person. It's like this experience itself is going to be very just entertaining, just because of how you're going to have to pace yourself in conversation. I'm not saying to withdraw your words or hold yourself back. No, if they disrespect you. It's just more so you guys are going to be in such an intimate setting where it's like almost subtly putting them in their place. I just see this like a very sophisticated conversation, like you guys are spies and there's like a lot of undertone kind of conversation going on. I don't want to say it's passive aggressive, but this is something that this person likes to do. on dates. They like to almost kind of test people and see what they can get out of someone, the secrets they can get out of them. How can they unearth things that happened in past relationships? But you're gonna like pick up on this. You're gonna pick up on the little game that they're playing. I don't think it's gonna be bad to experience. I think you're gonna enjoy this, actually. Yeah. It's gonna be a little entertaining for you. But I think I'm gonna end the reading here. This was very interesting. Another interesting reading. Group 2. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about the reading. Definitely came out a lot different than what I expected, but hey, that's tarot for you. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye. See you next time. Group 3, welcome to your reading. Last but not least, I'm really wondering how this reading is about to come out, because my first 2 readings were so just kind of not what I was expecting for a next day reading to be. So let's see what your cards have to say. What quotes do you have? Wear your ego like a loose fitting garment. Reflection. And you are loved. Very nice. I think your next date is going to be a very enjoyable experience. You and your person are going to be very similar in the best way possible. You are being advised to enter the date from a more vulnerable position and not to allow this person's reflection to offend you. So the ways in which they trigger you a little bit, the ways in which they're similar to you, in which your ego may be triggered, try not to allow that to get to you. But I do see that it's going to be a very enjoyable date. Let's actually start with Lenormand first. I think that the both of you are actually going to enter the date from a very mature and a very mature and vulnerable but healthy perspective. Like your other person may be just as spiritual or emotionally aware as you. Your next date, you both may go somewhere. Okay, you both may actually travel together somewhere. Your next date, maybe something like really active. Tree of Life. Snake. Pull one more to clarify that. Interesting. Tree of Life represents healing. I think that the next date with the other person, because we have wear your ego like a loose fitting garment and reflection, you guys may end up being very vulnerable with each other. you may get very deep into the things, into like the things that have hurt you, into the things that you've been hiding. The snake can represent deception, but in the context of this reading, I'm seeing it as past hurt, because it's right next to a card of healing and a card that represents like a very deep emotions, something that is very like much below the surface. I think your next date may be with someone that you already know, someone that you've had a past connection with, and you guys may revisit some things in which you know, you were hurt about the connection, or you may even talk about past connections, but it's definitely someone that you know. This level of vulnerability is with someone that you know. It would be very, I mean, if it is someone new and you kind of open up to them that fast, it could happen, but I really see like this being with someone that you have had an interaction with in the past, romantically, or that you knew in the past that you wanted to interact with romantically, because this bear represents protection, and so kind of like getting to a very deep conversation about insecurities and traumas that you're working through, that you've hidden away from others to protect yourself, to protect other people from you hurting them. Like I see you guys like doing kind of shadow work together in the conversation. Like your next date may actually be like you going on a trip with someone, a road trip, or just you traveling with someone to a destination, and while you're traveling there, that's kind of like the date. It kind of turns, kind of like the vibe is kind of like a date because of how vulnerable that you guys get with each other. This is a super specific situation. But I'm seeing like some kind of really long car ride. Yeah, some kind of really long car ride, or just like travel somewhere specific where you guys are going somewhere to have fun. You guys are going somewhere to relax as well. But like the journey to your destination is a date. That makes sense. We have passion reversed. I don't think anything sexual is going to happen between the two of you. This is going to be a very emotional kind of thing, but it's going to unearth new love between the two of you. We have pay attention to the red flags reversed. Yeah. You guys are going to be talking about past relationships or past trauma that you had with each other during this journey. And it's going to really like make you guys see that you guys had a past life connection with each other. It's gonna make you realize like you guys are meant to meet each other. You guys are meant to have certain experiences with each other. Maybe you guys been through like some things, and like this conversation, you're going to work through those things. Stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah. This may have been like something that you've been wanting to work out with this person. We have attraction reversed. The attraction reversed and passion reversed. Pull one more. I don't know if someone used to look very different than how they used to look. And like maybe someone is admitting they used to not be attracted to the other person in the past. Something about like the other person's attractiveness is coming up. We have it is safe for you to love. Maybe like someone is talking about how they had some self-confidence issues. Those could be the deep-seated issues or the trauma you guys are talking about. Someone is talking about how they were dealing with self-confidence issues, and it's because of those self-confidence issues that, you know, they've had issues in relationships, or that it caused a problem in the connection between the two of you. And like that's why you guys did not end up being together when you were in communication before. So, wow. Calling in your soulmate. If you chose this group, you definitely may be from TikTok reading I recently uploaded. Okay. Let's get to the tarot. This is definitely someone that you've had interaction with in the past, but you guys weren't able to be together. Somebody has some major self-confidence issues. Someone just had issues with relationships in general. Somebody had some trauma which they were so hurt that they weren't able to even put any efforts into the connection you had with them. And it made it seem like they didn't like you. And you guys are going to talk about that. And it's like you guys are going to kind of transform the connection that you have. Alright, what is this first one? We have Four of Cups reversed. Someone is opening up. Someone is opening up. Someone is allowing themselves to be vulnerable. The both of you are. Ten of Wands. Someone is finally letting go of something. Finally letting go of whatever it was that wasn't allowing them to open up. The Eight of Pentacles. Someone is putting in work. You guys are going to talk about how, you know, finally ready to put in work into the connection. And how ready for things to just move forward and for you guys to enjoy each other and be happy. They want to win. They want to feel like, okay, this was a connection in which the both of you feel like just didn't work out. You both lost. You failed. Like, one of you may even feel like you took an L, right? In this connection. But I see you guys really talking it out and really working it out to where, and it's because the person that was afraid to be vulnerable is now they're not allowing their ego to rule them anymore. And they're finally able to make the decision about your connection. Your next date is definitely with someone from the past. Wow, Two of Cups and Judgment came out. I think I'm not even gonna pull any more cards after this. You know, this is really telling me there's a union coming between the both of you. Both of you finally coming to a decision about where you both learn from past experiences with each other. Will you both learn from past connections with other people? You guys are really going to be getting deep. Karma that you think that, you know, that you've recognized that you've reaped from the connection with each other and other people, and what you've learned from those situations And it's like this super vulnerable conversation is really going to bring you both together in a way that's you're gonna end up coming back from this trip with this person in a relationship. You guys are gonna come back in a monogamous relationship together. So the date is the journey to wherever it is you're headed. Okay, it could even be something like the person is coming to pick you up, or you guys are both getting a ride together to the dinner spot, to the location. And during that ride is when you guys will have this conversation. So that is kind of the date. Is the journey to wherever you guys are going. That is the main part of the date that the reading wants you to know. This very serious and deep conversation that you're going to have with this person. It's going to allow you guys to finally open up with each other. Such a beautiful reading. I enjoyed it. So very different from my first two groups. You're very special, group 3. I'm going to end the reading there. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below your thoughts. Check the description box to get in contact with me or to connect with me on TikTok or my other YouTube channel. Aside from that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.